Welcome to the Secret Sauce of Outsourcing podcast that's dedicated to making you better at working with OFS, online Filipino specialists. This is episode 173. Can your OFS recruit for you? Okay, so you're ready to hire another OFS for your team. You don't want to do the work. I know you don't want to do the work. I don't want to do the work. I don't want to do the recruiting either. So can you have your team member recruit someone for you? And so this is a question I get asked a lot. It's a question I've asked myself over the years. It's a question I've tried. Let me read you what Corey sent me this last week. So Corey says, John, gotta confess, most of the time I can't stand people's weekly emails and usually unsubscribe, which he's talking about my newsletter. Your emails haven't met that fate yet. Honestly, I find them insightful and helpful, so I'm writing you a question I'd love you to address. What do you think about having your longtime trusted Filipino VA hire someone else for you on onlinejobs.ph? I originally hired my VA at your website years ago. She's been fantastic, and I'd like to think we have a great working relationship. Now I need someone with a certain specialized skill set and thought of having her source this position. Good idea, bad idea, or somewhere in between. There's a bunch of things that I want to talk about here. Number one, I don't think you need to have this be your longtime trusted person. I remember in the beginning, I told someone that worked for me, like, hey, do you know someone that can? And you know, whatever it was that I was hiring for. And so this is interesting, when they did reply yes, it always took them multiple weeks before they said yes. And I don't know exactly why. I think they're vetting the person, maybe. They go to their friend and, find out their situation, see if they're interested. Frankly, if your team member is wanting to refer someone to you, they don't want to refer someone who's bad. It's just doesn't look good on them. They want to be really, really careful about it. And that's why I would say, yes, you can have them recruit for you. Now, there are some caveats to that for sure. So the number one caveat with this is that you are the business owner and they are an employee. And an employee hiring an employee has a different mindset than you do. And so the person that you're going to look for and you're going to recruit is probably going to be different than the person that they get. Now, that doesn't mean the person they're going to bring in is going to be bad. I've had my team members bring in some really good people. I've had them bring in some not as good people, even though they really want to make sure it's a good person. In fact, Julia, who writes my newsletter, was brought in by her sister, Jessica. And they've both been really, really great to me. Now, back to Corey's question was, can you have them recruit someone on onlinejobs.ph? Yes, you can. We do not have a sub account on Online Jobs where you can have them log into their account and you give them access to your employer account. You just have to give them access to your account, which is the only thing. It's the only option we have right now. Sorry, it's something we're likely to work on in the future, but we haven't done it yet. We have other more important priorities right now. But yeah, I think it's reasonable to have them do that as long as you explain hey, here's what I'm looking for. You need them to understand about it. And then I would also say you probably should explain how you want them to do the recruiting, because often they have never hired someone, they have never recruited, they've never weeded out the good from the bad. They don't know. And so you may want to explain that process to them. And that's what I would do if I were having them recruit someone for me from onlinejobs.ph. Now, I do have someone that does this for us. Her name is Hazel. She works for us at onlinejobs.ph. We offer a recruiting service at onlinejobs.ph/recruiting. You can hire her to recruit someone for you. It's not my favorite. She's good at it, but there's still this issue of that person's then going to work for you and report to you. And Hazel's recruiting a skill. She's not recruiting a personality because she doesn't know your personality, and the personality matters. So again, she's good at it, but the personality matters. And your OFS doesn't have that personality. They don't communicate with the person and say, oh yeah, you're not going to get along with my boss. They'll have some of that because they've worked with you, but it's just not the same. So here's my end-all advice in this. If the person's going to be working directly for you, then you should do final interviewing. Have them bring you a person or two or three, and then you interview them and see if it's going to work out, and you make the final decision. If the person's going to be working directly for them, where they're not reporting to you, you're not going to be responsible for them, then I'm good with it. So I had someone on my team recruit other people, and one of those people just didn't work out. And I didn't know about it until it was the very end of it's not working out, where the person on my team said, hey, sir, I'm just letting you know the situation. Here's what's going on. What advice do you have for me? What should I do with this? And it was really awesome because I didn't deal with hiring the person. I didn't deal with training them. I didn't deal with the work that they were doing. I know they were doing good work, but there was a personality conflict with the two of them. And she let the person go and I didn't have to do it, and I wasn't involved, which was really, really awesome. And she was then able to go and hire someone else, and I think that other person's working well for her. And so if the person is going to be recruiting or is going to be reporting directly to your OFS, the new OFS you're hiring is reporting directly to your current OFS, then I would say let them hire the person, let them deal with it and manage it. It's probably good for their growth. It's probably good for your growth to let someone else be in charge. But if they're going to be reporting directly to you, I would interview them. And that's where I am. If you want my help in how I do this recruiting process, how I find people, I have made my process available at onevaoa.com, where I walk you through exactly my thought process and how I narrow it down, how I weed people out, how I test, how I decide, what I'm negotiating, what questions I ask, the whole thing. It's all available at onevaoa.com.